It is Monday and we are on week 2 of unit 16, still talking pets. Our goals for this week of the unit is to continue talking about pets, mainly household pets, and how to care for those pets. As always, we are going to be using quick and easy to prep activities that are going to just build those foundations for math, science, and language skills. We're going to use a lot of practical items you can find around your home, and if you can't find exactly what we are using, you will easily find a suitable substitute from your own house. I will be sure to list the supplies and books for this week of the unit in the description below. If you've just stumbled upon this video, we will link our playlist starting right at the beginning of week 1, unit 1. So today you want to start, as always, with your morning circle timer calendar routine, and then you want to get into today's read aloud, which is called Some Pets. For our things to talk about, you simply want to help make predictions with your kiddo, doing a picture walk through this book first before you do the actual read aloud. And we really want to emphasize the difference in pets, the difference from a dog to a fish to a guinea pig. Our learning activity today is graphing goldfish. So hopefully you have some rainbow goldfish for this activity. Draw out a quick chart on a piece of paper and then have your kiddo sort out the colors of goldfish in a particular line. Once you're done laying out all these goldfish and eating them, of course, then you want to count each color and ask questions like which color has the most, which color has the least, how many goldfish do we have all together, what's your favorite color, and which one's the tastiest. For this activity, naturally, the kids just wanted to eat the goldfish. They wanted nothing to do with the graphing of it. So I just started out graphing them properly, found that they weren't helping me, so then I started doing it improperly. And of course, Nola couldn't wait to fix my mistakes and tell me how silly I was. So, win. It worked. After we were done graphing, we managed to get through all of our questions and figure out all the answers before we had eaten them all. Our easy activity for the day is to wash the pets. So get some of those plastic toys out, put them in the sink, in a bowl, in the bathtub, wherever you see fit, and give your kids some soap and some sponges or some cloths and let them give their pets a bath. For this one, we decided to take it outside and we put some bubbles in our water table. Nola had insisted that we wash our dinosaurs since they are our outdoor pets and they really needed a cleaning because they spend a lot of time in our sandbox. And that's all for today. Tuesday. So after your morning routine, you want to get right into a review topic, which would be how do we care for pets? Now again, this one's a little bit vague, so just see where they go with this one. Then you want to get right into today's read aloud, which is just a repeat of yesterday's Some Pets. For our things to talk about, we want to revisit the letter D, so as always, have it written in both upper and lower case, talk about the sound that it makes, and go over some familiar words. Then you can go back through today's read aloud and try to find an example of a few upper and lower cases on just a couple of pages. Our learning activity for the day is roll and cross. So for this one, you want to grab a fair-sized cube box if you have one on hand. Wrap it up in some plain paper and then draw the dots on all 6 sides. So it would be essentially a large die. Then you want to write out the numbers 1 through 6 on a piece of paper. Have your kiddo roll this large die that they have, and then with a bingo dabber, a marker, try to find something new for this activity to give it a little bit of a different spin. You want to have them cross off the number that they have just rolled until you get all of the numbers. And if you want to make the game a little bit even harder still, then you could use 2 dice and use the numbers 2 through 12. And you could make it sort of like a competition, or you could just use one and work together and take turns rolling until you get all the numbers crossed off, whichever you think is going to work. Which brings us to the activity that we did, because I knew this was not going to work. So we had recently made some little, I forget what she calls them, hamster kitties. That's what they're called. So trying to think of a new way to play this game, because she is starting to bore of some of the repetition that comes in this program. I opened up a cereal box, cut out 6 circles, wrote the numbers 1 through 6. I taped this up onto our toy shelf. We were taking turns rolling and then picking up one of the little hamster kitties and tossing it through the holes. As I was thinking of this game, I thought I just hit the jackpot. I thought I had a great one. This is going to be a smash hit. She's going to love it. Not so much. She was a little bit upset that I was throwing her hamster kitties. So then I asked if they could hop through, which was not allowed, but it was okay if they jumped. So what I thought was going to be a smash hit turned out to be not so great. We only played this for a few minutes, but At least we played. One of these days I'll get it right. Our easy activity for the day is an alphabet page. So print off a large uppercase D or draw one out, give your kiddo some sticker dots and let them just decorate. So for this one, I simply just put the materials on the table, knowing that at some point she would notice them and either want to participate or not. She noticed the D on the table and said, "Oh, Mom, I see your letter D here. I'll decorate it for you." Okay, thanks, babe. Make sure you hold on to this letter D and add it to our alphabet book that we have been constructing since the beginning. Is your favorite pet?
A hamster kitty.
Can you show me your hamster kitties? Okay, that's their home. What do they eat?
Some vegetables from my garden.
Oh, what's their favorite vegetables?
All of them.
Oh, so they're vegetarians?
Yes.
Very good. How else do you care for them?
By getting them a slide.
A slide? Oh, they need a slide? Okay. What else do they like?
There's a mini slide in there.
Oh, a mini slide in their home? That seems very nice.
Wait.
Colton.
To listen to music. Wait, there's a tiny xylophone in there.
Oh, okay.
So they can listen to music from the xylophone. They also like a cozy place to sleep, which a little slipper with lots of other slippers for them to sleep in.
Okay.
In there. But they're mini though. And one big, huge one for the white, big, huge hamster kid in there too.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else I should know about these hamster kitties?
They like to spin around. There's a little spinner in there for them to spin around.
Okay. Wednesday. So after your morning routine, you want to ask another review question such as, what type of pet would you not like to own? Then you want to get into today's read aloud, which is, how do dinosaurs love their dogs? Make sure you do a picture walk through this book first, guessing what's going to happen with your kiddo before you do the actual read aloud. Now, we actually watched this book about 3 times through because we do own one of the books from this series. So since we have one of these books already and she loves dinosaurs, we managed to watch it a few times. And of course, it's silly, as a lot of these books are. So for our things to talk about, you want to talk about the different ways that the dinosaur cares for the dog in the story. Our learning activity for the day is caring pets. So get out whatever kind of pets or stuffed animals, plastic toys, whatever you've got there, and then you want to sort them into small, medium, and large. And then within those 3 groups, you want to compare in your group of small which one is the smallest and which one is the largest of the smallest animals. Got it? In the medium, you want to do the same. And then again, in the group of large animals, you want to determine which is the smallest and which is the largest. So you really want to emphasize those terms, small, medium, and large. Our easy activity for the day is to paint the pets. So grab a plastic bin, grab some of those plastic pets, let your kiddos pick some of their favorite colors, and paint away. And then once it's all said and done, get out those scrub brushes and have them scrub-a-dub-dub. This one didn't fly. Pretty sure she knew she'd have to clean them afterwards, so no participation was taken. Thursday. So after your morning circle time or calendar routine, of course along with a poem and song that is included with this unit, you want to have another pet review question, such as, tell me a pet that you know. What is it you like about that pet? And what is something that that pet would need? Then for today's read aloud, it is simply a repeat of yesterday's How Do Dinosaurs Love Their Dogs? And again, we want to be reviewing and talking about the letter D, uppercase, lowercase, what sound that it makes, and some familiar words, beginning with this letter. Our learning activity is joining goldfish, so get those salty little suckers out again and grab a couple of dice, 1 dice or 2, whichever is suitable for you and your kiddo. Take turns rolling the dice. Count out how many you have rolled, 1 at a time. Make sure you are touching and counting, and then compare the 2 groups. Which one has more? Which one has less? We kind of turned this into a little game. I told Nola the basis of the game that we were going to play, but I added whoever has the most gets to eat their pile first. And then she added that we couldn't use our hands to eat them. It was pretty fun. And of course, before you gobble them all up, count them individually and then count them together as a group. Then gobble. Our easy activity for the day is silhouette shapes. So grab a couple of animal shapes, very distinct animal shapes, trace the outline of them on a piece of paper, and then have your kid match up the animal to the silhouette shape. So anticipating that this one wasn't really going to garner too much attention, I told Nola that this activity was for Colton and that she would probably have to help him match up the animal with the shape. And she was so happy to help and did a great job at it. And that's all for today. It is Friday, so after you complete your morning circle timer calendar routine, along with the poem and song included for this unit, if they're still interested in that one, it gets kind of old, I must say, in the second week. Then you want to get into today's read aloud, which is called Strictly No Elephants. For our things to talk about today, you want to help your kiddo recap and recall these segments of this story with the beginning, the middle, and the end. Our learning activity today is an alphabet review, so all the letters that we've done so far, or in our case, it has to be the whole alphabet. Get out your sensory bin and some magnetic letters, which we finally do have, and then bury them in some rice or your material of choice. Get out a cookie sheet, and then in a dry erase marker, you can write the alphabet out on the cookie sheet and have your kiddo retrieve the letters from the bin and then stick them up on the cookie sheet, matching up the letters. So this one, well, we used corn kernels, and I grabbed a bin that was way too big, and then Nola was just more interested in playing, although Colton did participate in matching up some letters, with my help of course. Our easy activity for the day is fishbowl painting. So draw out the shape of a fishbowl and then give your kiddo whatever they want, paint, markers, crayons. We used a marker. I outlined the area that would be colored in blue, and Nola did really well at sticking within that and then wanted to color outside of the lines. She finished decorating the sheet her own way, and then you are to either use some goldfish crackers and glue them on in the fishbowl, or you could just cut out some fish shapes or stickers, you know the drill, whatever you've got. We chose to use some goldfish crackers, and Nola completely used the glue on her own this time, squeezing it out of the bottle. She did a really good job, and she said that she wanted to put 11 on there, and I didn't think we were going to make it that far because we just eat the goldfish, but she made it all the way up to 13 or 14. It was 13 or 14. We also got to meet a snake today. Our neighbor has this new pet, and we were outside and she came over and asked if she could show it to us, which was fantastic. She had no idea that we were talking about pets all week, but of course, as always, our day-to-day life just pops up in this program, and it was really cool. We got to meet a snake and pet a snake. It was Nola's first time with a snake, and she quite enjoyed it. So that's all for the week. Another great one already done. If you like this video, then please show us and give us a thumbs up, or share us with somebody else you think might enjoy this video as well, or consider subscribing. Thanks.